Everybody, Steve here for Who Took My Dice, Ultramarines and Beyond, and just like a quick channel update, I guess. Since we are getting close to the end of October, Halloween's coming up, and I just finished filming my Halloween episode. I hope it turns out well. I've tried to do the best I can with it. I'll get that edited up and out ASAP, hopefully just before Halloween. But I just kind of want to give a bit of an update as to where I'm going to go now. This is something that's kind of taken up a bunch of time. I had to paint up the Poxwalkers, which is a really unique experience because I haven't painted up anything Nurgle-ish in a very, 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 very long time. I can't even remember last time I did anything. I even think back to my times when I was at GW, and there was a bunch of different stuff to paint. I don't think I ever painted anything Nurgle, so it's maybe the very first Nurgle unit I've ever painted, which is cool. So there was some cool learning curves on there. I really don't have a lot of Nurgle style colors, so I had to kind of adapt. I went for sort of a flesh tone on them. I did some studying of how they looked in Darktide. I actually took I have it right here, what is it, the Moot Green, and I really watered that down once the model was painted up, and I put it on different patches to kind of give it that green tinge that you see in the box art. And I kind of tried to keep it dark. Darktide's a very dark game, obviously, in name and in the general atmosphere, right? You're a lot of stuff at night or in the hive. There's no natural light. There's certain areas, but for the most part, you're just in these dark areas. Of course, I painted the guardsman up a while ago. He came out really nice. I did some cool little techniques where I actually mixed metallic and non-metallic paint together to kind of give the armor that shine. Again, I did a lot of research on the what the armor looked like, the armor coloring, and obviously it's a metal. It looked like a metal mesh, and I didn't want to just give it like a basic color, so I mixed some bolt gun metal in with whatever blue, I can't remember which blue I was using. Again, it shows the benefits of doing this little bit of research and studying and getting ideas from from other sources. Of course, I was lucky. I had the Space Marine 2 starter set, and the Matinaire. I used that for the game, but you'll see later on when the video comes out. So I use that because it's very it's got all the metal plating. It's hard to see, but there's ammo crates and walls and control panels. Gives a nice industrial style look, which is what you want for a lot of places in the hive. You're shutting things down, turning things on, all for Inquisitor Grendel, right? There's also some terrain you'll see in that video as well. I want to kind of save some surprises that I printed off, and it was cool. Specifically, someone designed them for that starter set, so they fit really well on the walls. Now they do have some Ultramarine iconography. Again, I did a quick, called a dry brush special. Quick silvers on there to get the walls done. I used some gold for the trims around some of the Ultramarines used. There's some Imperial iconography in there as well, and then some gray and some white on the Ultramarine symbol to make it stand out, and it goes together really, really well. They were designed for this. The reason why is if you look here, you see some of these lines here. There's some other ones. That's actually representing the rules as a wall, so you can't actually see through that. So that Ripper Swarm there can't actually get to him right away. They're going to have to go around. So it's stuff like that, but that was going to be kind of plain if I just used those walls as they were. So it was nice to have this terrain. I spent time painting that up, and I was just trying to make sure this thing ran well. And you'll see that when hopefully when the video comes out, you guys like it. But yeah, so where do I go after this? I remember the video I made, Where Do I Go Now? Obviously, I've done a collaboration with Edic Beer, Nick there, and that was so much fun being on his podcast. But yeah, a lot of my time, my limited time, I should say, has been geared towards getting this ready. So what do I do now? There's I have a huge backlog of Space Marine models. Obviously, I have things from the, lots of models left from the Leviathan set. I've got characters to do. Obviously, there's been a ton of rule changes. I'm looking forward to December to see what else they do to kind of help, especially Marines, along. I did a video looking at what you can do to fix it. And one of the big things I said in that was change up bolters, change up Stardy's weapons. They should be a lot more penetrating and damaging than they are. It seems that when 8th edition came, Marines took a massive dip in power level in terms of things like bolters, and I think they in order to make them, now this is just one of many things they could do, but I think one way in order to make them a bit more damaging is to make their weapons better. They're just not as powerful as they used to be. So there's all that stuff going on. I still haven't got a game in yet. I'm trying to. Unfortunately, schedules haven't worked out yet. The benefits, or I should say maybe one of the pitfalls of kids and family and all that, it's hard to make schedules work. So hopefully something very, very soon will pop up. Definitely in the new year, I hope to find something. But the big question, the thing I'm going to focus on first, though, because I need to get him done, is Gilliman. I've had him for a while now. I need to get Gilliman done. I have him started. His base is done. I've started some preliminary blues and all that on him. I need to get Gilliman done, though. That one's going to take a while, but I definitely, I've had these Ultramarines for a very, very, very long time. And obviously it's 7th edition he came out, which is a while ago now. I think it's about time that I got Gilliman done up. He came at the end of 7th, obviously 8th, 9th, now 10th. He's been kind of all over the place. But I definitely need to get him done up. And after that, I have a whole bunch of other models to choose from. I should probably get the Ballistus Dreadnought done. I've got Ventress I should probably get done. A number of other models in there. I should probably get those things done. Specifically, my HQs, I have the Lieutenant with a combi weapon. Now, I know you can't leave anything, but I should get him done too. I have the Apothecary. Just lots of things I should get done, but I think Gilliman is going to be the number one. Because he definitely needs to get into my army, especially with the big points drop he took. He is a great model to have around. I think when I do finally play a game, I'm going to get him. I think he's going to be definitely in there quite a lot. What else? I have a number of those 3D. I have one completely finished with this flight stand. Excuse me, 3D printed Thunderbolt heavy fighter. I have two more, one built and the other one is still sitting there in 3 pieces with all the supports on. I got to get that done up. I want to get those guys painted as well and get some flight stands so I can have my own little Air Force, if you will, an Imperial Air Force to have fun with. Again, I'll never take that to like a Games Workshop store since everything is like 100% 3D printed, and Games Workshop is still very, very strict about that. But for fun games, it'll be cool to have a little Air Force flying around causing problems. I don't expect them to survive very long, but I do expect to have fun with them. So that'll be definitely on the list of things to do. But that's what I have to do next. Obviously, reviewing the rules some more and maybe doing some more solo games to kind of get my head wrapped around how Space Marines operate now. I'm also thinking of maybe getting this done up. Titus, I should probably get him painted up. He's pretty important. And the Gaunts and the Ripper Swarm as well. And maybe try the missions and rules from that. That's, again, when I did the unboxing, it's very stripped down rules, which is kind of cool. But it'd be cool to try Titus out. And hopefully one day, who knows, maybe in December, they'll give him rules that you can use in games. I have a feeling it'll probably lean towards Legends, but he is sort of the now. So maybe we'll actually get official, non-legend rules for him to add to our Space Marine Codex. It'd be cool to have him. Is right now, unfortunately, try as I might, you cannot use him as he is. He's armed with a heavy bolt pistol and a chainsword, and there is no lieutenant, no captain who is armed that way. You cannot arm him that way. So unfortunately, while an awesome model, not totally legal. I mean, you could use him, say, as a excuse me, as a veteran sergeant for your assault intercessors or what have you. It'd be cool to have him on the tabletop. And it was kind of misleading. I was trying to find the codex. Let me look around here quickly. There is a picture where they show him. Let me see if I can find it here. I'm pretty close. Yeah. Where is he? Come on. Yeah, there's this nice shot right here. I know it's hard to see. The Space Marines arrayed there, and he's right there. Right there, leading the charge against some Gene Stealers. And it does say, let's see, Lieutenant Titus, not least among them, aiding them all immeasurably with his counsel. So it's cool. He's there. He's in the book. Unfortunately, there are no rules for him, and you can't really make him sort of legal right now. If you maybe used him as a lieutenant and you just went to your buddy and say, hey, can, you know, his big chainsaw count as a power weapon? Then maybe sort of get him in that way. But yeah, so that's kind of where my head's at right now. We're moving in November soon. Christmas is coming up. So content-wise, it's probably going to slow down a bit. I'm still messing around with doing some more lives. I haven't really had a chance, unfortunately, to mess around with the program too much more. And it's been a while now that I've actually looked at it. So I'm going to have to refamiliarize myself with it and hopefully do that. And I'm hoping in a new year, that is sort of the goal, the new year, to start lives that are a bit more interactive, a bit more fun, look a bit better. And hopefully by then I'll have some of these models done up. Gulliman, maybe Titus, and who knows, maybe we'll see in December he may have a rule set that we can use, which would be really, really cool. Because, you know, he's just the background they've given for him, even from the first game and all the stuff in between and the game itself, is very, very, very cool. If you have a chance to look it up, read it wherever you can. It wasn't a White Dwarf. It's just really cool because they've given him a really nice, solid background between the first game and going into the second game. So, and if you played the game or gone through any of it, you know his story is pretty cool. There's a lot of cool little things in there, some surprises, some tweaks. You get to see him being a space Reno, which is really cool. Well, I'll leave it there for now, guys. Thank you for watching, as always. I hope you guys have a wonderful, safe, and spooky Halloween, and we'll see you soon. And hopefully everybody has a great, great Christmas time as too, if we don't catch up before that. So thank you very much, guys. As always, it's been a lot of fun. Keep rolling those dice. I'll see you later. Bye.